Hey, let me get this yawn out of the way. Jesus Christ. All right, we gotta fucking step it up. What the fuck is up, people? It's Brett and Circuses. We do not have a guest for you this week. We're taking a break from it. We had a couple big ones in a row there, so we're just gonna try to slide on into it ourselves. How goes it, my friend?
It's good, man. There ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of a bro down every once in a while.
Playing with yourself can be fun.
Yeah, exactly. Bring somebody else in there every time,
Yeah, sometimes you just need to. I mean, it's cool to talk to people about different topics and stuff, but sometimes you just need to fucking wing it.
Yeah.
But what's new with you, bro?
It's been a busy week. We're like in mode right now here in Omaha where it's gonna just start storming on us all the time. It's like storming out there.
Yeah,
right now,
I think they're like low key, maybe a tornado as we're recording this. So if it cuts for any reason, you'll know why.
Yeah.
But this basement is kind of that we film it. Yeah, we shoot in a basement, but it's an undisclosed location. It's kind of like a bomb shelter, so we're good.
Yeah,
I'm not too worried. No, it was a complete shitstorm on the way there, though.
Mm-hmm. It's like storming out there right now and everything, and I don't know, man. Tornadoes are kind of scary shit. So.
I've lived here my whole life. Tornadoes don't scare me at all anymore. It's like, oh, tornado, get in the basement, and like it's funny because like it is a big deal and it should scare me. But it's so regular that it's like, because you see these places in the South that are completely destroyed, like families ripped apart, neighborhoods destroyed by these fucking tornadoes. But I'm like, oh, down to the basement.
It scares me now, not for my life, but more now because I'm an adult and I have property that can potentially be destroyed in a tornado.
Well, that is kind of scary, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
but my most valued property, my guns, are in a safe. My guns and my dog, as long as those are safe, I can replace anything else. So I'm not really, and I'll throw my laptop downstairs too. So
yeah, I can't put my Jeep under there, man. My Wrangler got blown up in a tornado. I'd be really sad. So.
But, no, I mean, yeah, it should be scary shit because you see, like a couple years ago, it was like in the deep South, like in Mississippi and shit, when people lost their fucking homes and stuff.
It's funny because places like those, they don't normally link those areas of the country with tornadoes. They link like us, Texas, Kansas.
Well, we are Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
That's like, we used to get really bad ones. I don't know if you remember like fucking years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, it was just horrible. That one tornado, it ripped through this entire part of Nebraska, like destroyed the entire town.
Oh yeah, I remember being in high school when that happened. Yeah, and it just completely tore. Yeah, it like destroyed a town completely. Like we don't have to deal. Luckily, so we don't have to deal with hurricanes here, where we live in the center of the country.
We don't have to deal with hurricanes.
Thank God for that.
For those of you that are geographically challenged.
Yeah. Same people like that though would be talking shit on us for not having any beaches or ocean or anything.
We have plenty of beaches. We have lakes.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, dude, if you go to Lake McConaughey, you can't fucking tell the difference between that and the ocean.
Yeah, a lake isn't also going to like have you get sucked out on a riptide if you're
and kill you.
Yeah. Have you ever been swimming out in an ocean before? Mm-hmm. When that current comes in, man, you don't even notice yourself being like 200 meters out.
And then like if you get fucking whipped away, dude, nobody's gonna get you.
Yeah,
you're big ass ocean.
You're just swimming out there. You look around like, I'm kind of far away from the shore right now.
They're gonna search for your body. They're not gonna search for you because you're not gonna make it. Yeah. The only thing wrong with lakes is you get those jack offs on fucking jet skis and shit like that.
Yeah, you do. Little rich kids out there riding around on jet skis or something. Or what are those things where they're like the water jet packs? Because I've seen those before.
I do not have like 150 grand sitting around. So I'm too poor to even think about that.
Those things are cool to watch people do. Like literally, they're like these little like foot things that they attach to their feet, and it's got a tube that comes out the bottom of it, and it like sucks in water and it shoots it out like jet propulsion.
Yeah.
So like these guys are like swimming around through the water like a dolphin or like a mermaid or something like that because they're like coming out of the water and going in and out. Mm-hmm. And like you're able to go like 15 feet up above the water with those things.
I'm scared of heights, so I would never do that. I think we were talking about it the other day. Like, I do not do any kind of roller coasters, anything like that. We were talking about because I was in Minneapolis, and I'd never been on a roller coaster until last summer. I'd never even like, I'm horrified of heights. I hate drops. I hate free falls, everything. So I'm like, I got suckered into going on this roller coaster, and I'm like, you know, being the ignorant fuck that I am, I'm like, if I sit with my back to the top, it won't be as bad because I won't see my impending doom before me. Worst idea ever. Do not sit with your back. Like when you feel yourself being pulled up and you can't see it, that's horrifying.
I'm in a mood right now where it's like boxing has been a thing because I watched that Canelo fight.
Did he win?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Canelo's like I know there's a lot of people out there that don't really follow like international boxing.
They know Canelo though.
Yeah, Canelo's pretty big international. His only loss is against Mayweather, which Mayweather is like never lost. So
never lost. And I am wearing my Big Baller brand shirt for those of you listening.
But Canelo was fighting. God, what was that guy's name?
Daniel Jacobs.
Yeah, that was a really good fight.
He's not a bad fighter.
Yeah,
he's a good gatekeeper. He's never going to win a championship, but he's a good gatekeeper.
Yeah, I never I didn't think it was going to be as close as it was. And
was it unanimous?
No, it was actually one of the judges had given it to him.
Oh, really?
If I remember correctly.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
see, boxing, they've got a problem with their judges because it's too much left up to this dude's interpretation, and I feel like there's a lot of corruption in boxing because if you hear an Eastern European name or a Hispanic name and you have a Hispanic or Eastern European fighter, that judge is going to be majorly swayed toward them, and it happens every fucking time.
It happened out there with Canelo, man. You could see it was like one of the Las Vegas that fight boxing ring. So like, man, you could tell that like the home crowd was for Canelo. There.
Oh yeah, definitely in Vegas. Really?
Yeah.
Over Jacobs?
Yeah, 100%, man.
I think Canelo's a bitch, but
do you?
Yeah, he ran from Golovkin for so long, and then he finally fights him when he's at the end of his career. He wins he gets a draw, which shouldn't have been a draw. Everyone that watched that fight thought Golovkin won, and then he bleeds him out for like another year and a half, 2 years, and then fucking fights and beats him at the end of his career in a split decision.
That's another thing about boxing to me is like records are kind of different, and it's the same kind of in like the MMA type stuff too. It's like, man, you might beat like, you know, the best fighter out there, like someone like McGregor. Like McGregor's obviously at the end of his career right now. These guys, your body doesn't last that long in professionally fighting.
Unless you fight like Mayweather, where you're a defensive fighter and you don't get hit. And he's got it down. He's found people hate him for it, but he's found a way to maximize his earning potential and make it and increase the longevity of it. He doesn't get hit. He's not going to go in for stupid punches that get him hurt. So he's been able to do it for so long and make so much money. Then now he gambles it away and owes it to the IRS.
Yeah. How was it on a $160,000 watch?
He owns it was over $1 million.
Yeah.
Watch. He owns like 7 Bugattis.
Yeah.
That's almost as good as 5 Miatas.
Yeah.
But yeah, he owns like 7 Bugattis, and he blows his money on just frivolous expenses. Like the stuff he spends it on is just stupid.
You know, we talk shit on it.
Do you guys remember when he made $20 million to be part of WrestleMania though? Like if you're making that kind of shit, you can blow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he owes like, he'll go and get some major fight and this big payday. And then you'll hear like a year later, Floyd Mayweather owes X amount of money to the IRS. I'm like, dude, why do you not have people fucking making sure that your taxes are taken care of? Like, do you just not pay attention?
He's probably got like a super high debt to income ratio, I'd imagine. Like he's probably got a couple houses, he's got all those cars and everything. Like, I mean, there's people out there not making very much money. They're like making less than $2,000 a month, you know, and all of it's going out to debt. Like, or 60% of it's going out to debt, you know. So,
what do they say your debt to income is supposed to be?
Under 50%. It's like ideally, you shouldn't be taking on any more debt if it's over 50%. Because you might be making $2,000. But if all of that money is going out to bills and everything, and shit, if you like, you got your rent, then all your, because debt to income ratio, I don't think they consider rent a part of it.
They don't consider rent.
Yeah,
but they would consider a mortgage.
Yeah, they would consider a mortgage.
Okay.
But yeah, so like if you got $2,000 going out, but you got $1,200 mortgage going out plus taxes on all that, plus your car payment and all that, man, like all your money is going out. You have like no money for food.
So don't buy a fucking house.
Yeah, it's super easy to get sucked into that kind of stuff,
right?
Because you just keep adding on to it. You think, oh yeah, like I'm good right now. We're saving money and everything, and then you just end up being.
Well, it happens because you think, oh, what's another $25 a month?
Yeah,
what's another $50? I can throw that on the credit card. I'll have it paid off in 5 months.
Yeah,
if I just throw $50 a month at it. But then the problem is, you plan on throwing $50 a month at it. That's not considering the interest on your credit card, and then a medical bill happens,
or car repair.
Something goes out on your car. Somebody hits your car, and you got to pay your deductible because you can't find the jackass. I'm sorry, I'm kind of venting.
Yeah, well, same thing happened to me, dude. I'm a decent driver. I've never had to been in an accident or anything like that, and I've been driving for a long time. But then just out of the blue in my parking lot, some guy dings my door and then drives off. And at
yours
nighttime.
was like bent though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like the door.
Somebody hit it.
It like the door, like nothing functionally is wrong with the car, but now there is a big dent in it, and it's like, dude, I don't want to have a ratchet ass car.
Well, that's my thing. I was walking out of the store today, and I walk over to my car, and I just see this big ass paint chip taken out of it. Out of your passenger side door.
Out of your car?
Yes.
Fuck,
I'm like, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I rarely ever do I see the passenger side door, and nobody said anything to me about it. So I mean, it could have been like last night that it happened, or it could have been 2 months ago. And plus some jackass hit my bumper and drove off. So I've got a bumper that's busted in the front and then a paint chip. I should probably just say fuck it and just fix it all at the same time, but I'm waiting for that third because things come in threes, so I'm waiting for that third thing to go wrong.
Next thing, somebody's just going to completely smash your car.
That's fine. Then they have to pay for everything.
Yeah,
they'll pay for the whole repair.
Yeah.
So I was that same store today. I was walking in, and this lady in a brand new Mercedes she was blowing through. She about ran my ass over. And I was like, God damn it. I was so close to that 6-figure settlement. I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get hit by that car. I mean, like, she wasn't going fast enough to kill me. So it was like broken leg, couple days in the hospital. I sue this bitch and I'm like $100,000 richer.
Yeah.
All my debt's gone.
You're living fine for like a few years.
For a little bit. Yeah. So
dude, and it's like for not having like all your money going out to stuff, like one thing I have kind of noticed is like, you know how like a few years ago everyone would use like Netflix and like all that and stuff.
Chill.
Well, they would use like Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff as like a good alternative to spending like $120 a month on cable.
Yeah.
Like and like cable and internet packages and TV packages and everything.
Well, internet
like,
you have to have. It's kind of a given.
Yeah.
That $50 for internet is non-negotiable at this point.
It seems like anymore, like with how all these like companies and stuff are like, well, not necessarily maybe like HBO or something like the sports things or anything, but like with Hulu, Netflix, like all those other ones kind of just having like one thing on there to go in and you end up getting them all. Like it's almost feels like you're just getting cable again with extra steps.
Yeah. But I mean, the cable companies are refusing to adapt because they're still trying to pitch to the boomers and Gen X, not realizing that the millennials are the biggest generation. They're starting to move out on their own, have their own houses, apartments, whatever.
Well, the big market right now.
Right. Millennials don't want to pay for things they don't use.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pay for the fucking Weather Channel because I can do that on my phone for free. Right.
Yeah. It's like, it's weird though. Like it's hard for me to justify myself paying for HBO like we have been when I got it for literally like one show. I got it for
Game
one.
of Thrones?
No, not even that.
Really?
I got it to watch the one Michael Jackson documentary.
Was that the one about him being a pedophile or whatever?
Well, like the one where they interviewed the people that like were victims of it.
What happened with that? I wasn't even.
Man, it's fucking graphic.
Really?
Yeah, there's like these.
Macaulay Culkin one of them?
No, Macaulay Culkin wasn't one of them. It was two like Australian kids because for some reason Michael had a thing for Australian kids apparently.
He likes that thunder from down under.
Yeah, but he'd like interview him like the different like sex acts and stuff they would make him do. And like I don't know
if I want to see that.
Well, yeah, it's like it's pretty graphic. I was like, well, listening to it, I'm like, oh god,
that's
man.
The thing is like I can't. See, I've got a pretty strong stomach. That's the thing. Like, okay, I can't deal with shit. I won't like feces, human shit especially. And the other thing is like people doing shit to the little kids. That's like where I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, you know, you've always going to have those people that are going to be like, oh, did Michael really do it? Or like, oh, they're just saying this stuff to bring down Michael. But it's like, man, they're coming up with some really like specific stuff.
I'll have to go home and watch that.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch just to like kind of open your eyes up to like that kind of stuff.
I watched this documentary on Netflix. It was like an hour and a half long, maybe not even that. It was about this trailer park, and all of the residents in it were sex offenders.
Oh, jeez.
And it was like a documentary, and it was really fucked up. Like, it was interesting to see. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we all have that morbid curiosity with everything. It doesn't make you a bad person, but you know, it's like serial killers, whatever. So I watched it, and it was fucked up, dude. There was this lady on there was talking about like she had been molested, and that's how it usually starts. Like, people, majority of these child molesters and shit, they do it like they become, you know, someone did it to them.
That's why I think there's such a pattern in the Catholic Church, because it's been going on for literally ever. So
well, so anyway, these people, like, she was talking about how she had been molested as a kid. She left her husband. She had this guy she met online that was promising to like pay for all their shit. And like, I've only told the story one other time, like when I watched this, and like, I hate saying it because it makes it true, but like, there's really fucked up shit out there. This guy was like, I'll pay your fucking rent for the month or whatever. I'll send you to your on PayPal or Bitcoin, whatever it was, right now, if you bring your 4-year-old son on camera and have sex with him on the camera.
Oh my God.
And she did it.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. That's insane.
Like, that fucking Brits chills down my spine just talking about it. Like, the fact that actually happened.
With a 4-year-old?
Yeah, he was like fucking 4 or 5 years old. Obviously, she's not allowed to see him anymore. If it were up to me, they'd put a fucking hammer through her face. But, you know, I mean.
Well, they're always going to be nicer to the women child
definitely.
Of sex offenders than they are the men.
That's what I always love is you hear like a guy student, a male student hooks up with a female teacher, and people, he should consider himself lucky. I would have killed for that. But the male teacher hooks up with a female student. He's a dirtbag, and we should fucking hang him.
Dude, the middle school I went to had a teacher that got busted for that.
Really?
It was like 2007, 2008. There was a really big, it was a big thing because I remember the teacher, and I was like, dang, dude.
Did you know it all along?
No, but she was she was a 6th grade teacher too, dude. And I was like, damn, she was not good looking either. So it's like,
boys, it probably wasn't voluntary then.
I don't know. It was one guy, like one kid. I mean, there might have been more. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But man, it's
that in the Catholic Church.
I think she only went to jail for like 8 years too, or something like. And that's like Nebraska. It's
if
like
you're gonna go to jail. Nebraska's like a safe haven for sex offenders.
Is it really?
We're the only state, and you guys can correct me on this if I'm wrong. Last I checked, we were the only state where there isn't a law about how far they can live from like public swimming pools and schools.
Really?
Yeah. We're the only state in the country. But god damn it, if you smoke weed or fucking gamble,
I know,
piece of shit, you're gonna be drugged from your fucking home and have your life ruined. That's the Nebraska. What's the good life though?
Yeah, I know, right?
The good life.
Good life,
Good life if you're a pedophile. That's the Nebraska motto.
7th highest tax state in the country right now.
Are we?
So, yeah.
We're only 7th?
Yeah.
I thought we'd be worse.
Well, it's kind of hard to like be behind like California, New York,
Massachusetts.
Yeah, Massachusetts, Oregon, Washington. I don't know. I think Texas is up there because of certain parts. Yeah.
I thought Texas didn't have a income tax. Or do they just fuck you in other ways?
They don't have state taxes that you like apply, like a state income tax.
Yeah, so they just fuck you in other ways.
They probably have really high like property taxes or something. I'm not sure. I never owned property or anything in Texas.
Their sales tax is probably really high.
I don't know. Like I never really noticed it where I was, but like I also didn't like live in like Austin or something like that. That's super like.
Right.
But everyone always says it's basically California.
Well, because I know Florida has
Florida was up there too.
Florida has no income tax, which is why when you're hearing about, because these NBA teams, everyone can offer a max deal. But there was Gordon. That's what it reminds me of. Gordon Hayward was down to Boston and Miami, and they were like, "Fuck, he ain't going to Boston because he don't got to pay a state income tax." And when you're gonna make $65 million, that's a
you're gonna
big
get
deal.
fucked on
that's
that.
a
You're
pretty
more like
big
making
deal
like,
that you're not gonna have to pay that state income tax. You end up going to Boston. I'm glad for that, but that's pretty fucking stupid. I
know,
me,
right?
I wouldn't have done it.
Hey,
That
you
sucks
want
that, like, for your sports team.
Do you want the law for
Yeah.
the sex offender list?
Yeah.
So Nebraska legislation in 2006 passed guidelines that there is a cities who wish to have an ordinance about it can do so, but there is not a statewide law.
Okay.
So they're taking the whole Trump approach to it, where they're just like, let the smaller things decide it.
You'd think if you wanted to centralize one thing, it would be like keeping violent pedophiles away from children. But maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, because pedophiles, that's like one of the highest percentage of criminals that are repeat offenders, like sex act offenders.
Disease.
Yeah,
it's a mental disease. And
also, the state patrol does not track which cities choose to enact or enforce any ordinance.
Fucking brilliant! There you go.
Yeah,
that's all local.
Oh yeah, that's not really their job. So
no, they got to go bust people with marijuana coming across the Colorado border. Yep. No, they got important battles to fight. Are you kidding me? Well, yeah, that's but. So there's that website. It's like the Family Watchdog or whatever, where you can see the pedophiles.
Yeah.
Do not go on that fucking website unless you want to buy a bunch more guns, because I learned that my neighborhood is like sex offender central. Well, there's like red dots.
Does it say specifically what they're
yes,
okay? Because I was going to say
it's not like the state registry. It tells you like this guy pissed in a parking lot when he was drunk. And this guy raped 3 women. Yeah. That's what it says.
That's good. Yeah. That's how the state registries should be.
It should be, but it's not.
Because the state registries will go for that for like jobs, because like professional places will go off the state registry. Right. So, yeah. And if like you're a guy that got in trouble because you're a girl when you were in high school and you were 18 and your fucking girlfriend was like a freshman or something like that, and their parents didn't like it, so they pressed statutory rape charges.
There was in my aunt's neighborhood when I was a kid, there was this guy who was 19, girlfriend was 17.
Was 17?
17. That was before age of consent in Nebraska, I believe, is now 17, but it was 18 at the time. Parents had him arrested and put on the sex offender. That dude's life is ruined because his girlfriend was 2 years younger than him.
Yep, 17.
It's not like she's 30 or she's 13 and he's 29.
Yeah.
You know, that's completely different. It's clearly your minds are in the same spot. A fucking idiot nonetheless in your teenage years.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that you're fully developed. I think you're developed enough to like make that decision.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not like you're taking advantage of like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Which is what was funny about the Game of Thrones thing. People freaked out that, spoiler alert, I'm going to give you guys like 2 seconds to fucking mute it. When Arya Stark fucked that guy, people, Arya Stark, that's fucked up. I'm like, bro, the actress is 22. She's portraying an 18-year-old who's having sex with a 22-year-old, which in reality, she would have been sold at like 14 to marry somebody. As soon as she could bear children, she would have been married off to marry some prince somewhere.
You know, I have like read up on like medieval history and everything, and like using the marriages like that. It's more of like I'm pretty sure what they used to like, they would do that to unite like thrones and stuff and make people friendly and everything like that.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure the chicks just had like dudes that would come and fuck them that they actually liked wherever they were.
I'm sure that happened. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it embellished.
Every noble woman had a stable boy.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
I'm sure it happened.
I'm sure that there were people that are like genuinely attracted and fucked each other.
Marriage back then was more of like not because you loved each other, you just did it because you kind of had to like pull your resources together. Well, no, because a lot of people don't really get married anymore, man. They
don't. Well, what people don't realize is if you like you said, put their resources together.
Yeah,
if you move in with somebody or marry them for financial security instead of like I genuinely enjoy you as a person, that's where you fuck up. I mean, I had a guy ask me that at a bar. It's a random guy. He's like, would you move in with this chick if you both just wanted to split the rent? I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't move in with this chick if I was in love with her. You know, it's like,
yeah, you definitely got to move in with a girl after you're done with the honeymoon phase. Because if you're still in the honeymoon phase,
a year and a half, year.
If you're still in the honeymoon phase and you go move in with a girl, that shit's gonna end real fucking quick because you get on each other's nerves.
Like, what you shouldn't move in with a girl unless you've been on vacation together.
Yeah,
because when you live with each other, you got to go to work. She's going to go with her friends. You're going to go with your friends. You know, if you're still in college, whatever, you've got shit going on. You're not going to see each other. When you're on vacation, you are together 24/7.
Yep.
And if you can't be with this person 24/7, you should not marry them. And
that's a good point. Vacations should be like a good
that's
like
your
gate.
litmus test.
Yeah, a good gate into like, all right, do I really want to be with this girl for the rest of my life? Like,
yeah, because more often than so many times you see couples at each other's throats on vacation.
Dude,
nobody relaxes on vacation.
Successful marriage is really just more of like, dude, are you guys able to like put up with each other enough to be around each other?
Yeah, that's the thing. And it's like, and I've never been married, so it's not like I'm an expert on the subject, but you know, I've seen enough firsthand. But what is that?
This is the roof of the Harley Davidson shop on 40th and West O in Lincoln.
Right now?
From the tornado?
Yeah.
Dang,
I thought you'd want to see this.
What the fuck?
That is insane. Yeah, destructive power.
That's because they turned against Trump.
Hey, I wonder, and we have to ask like another foreign guest that we have on here if like do other countries get tornadoes, man? Like you never hear of like France getting a tornado. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't know if Zach, you can confirm that at all, but like.
Other countries get
other countries get tornadoes? I imagine like a tornado ripping through like fucking France or something like that, ripping through England.
We could only be so lucky.
Oh my God.
Now you got that up. Don't pull up your porn stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, there.
No vacation though.
Yeah, it really is because like I said, marriage is just being able to deal with each other after you've been together for like 5+ years. It's really just like. Are like you guys? Love is really just like, am I okay with just being around this person and they don't just completely
nobody has like these fairy tale romances that are married for 40 years.
Yeah.
It's like, I enjoy this person. This person is my best friend. I like being around them.
Yeah,
fucking do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but vacation. Yeah, it's such a good indicator because you can tell what types of people you are. Because if your significant other is like, itinerary, we're doing this today, this tomorrow, this Wednesday, and then you're like, bitch, I paid $500 for this hotel. If I want to sleep till 1:30 this afternoon, I'm gonna fucking do it.
You know, it's hard for me to call like I think there's a distinct difference between trips and vacations because if you take a trip, like I've done vacations where the vacation was we went to a city that I've never been to and tried to experience as much in that city as you can, like. That's fun, but it's definitely not like as relaxing as you think it is. Because like it's a lot of walking around or getting rental car.
You're getting up early. You're on a schedule. It's like I might as well be at work.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Like
there's about 300 tornadoes that hit Europe every year. Roughly.
How many?
300.
That's 300. That's not enough. What parts of Europe though? Like, does it say where they're more common at?
Oh, here we go. One sec.
Yeah, I'm curious as to that because you never hear like people over there go like roundy boundy, we're getting all the tornadoes, chap.
Governor.
I mean, I'm not really seeing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not nearly what America is, but
yeah,
America we're the best in everything, including tornadoes.
Yeah, right. But yeah, there's this difference between like doing that, like going to a city or something you've never been to. Like, imagine you go to like fucking LA or something. Like, you got to deal with their shitty traffic. You got to deal with how big the city is and how crowded like New York is or something like that. Versus like
San Francisco, you don't want to.
Yeah,
it's
shit and homeless people. Yeah,
homeless people just fucking. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Have you been to San Francisco?
The San Francisco. So I was in a suburb of it. It was kind of like what Bellevue would be to Omaha. But just, I mean, I've never seen anything where it's just acceptable. I'm just going to take a shit right on the fucking street. Like,
I wonder, I've tried to like get down to the bottom of why there's so many fucking homeless people in San Francisco. Like
socialist policies.
Is it? Because do they get money or something?
I don't know.
There's a lot of them up in Portland and up in like Seattle and Olympia.
Yeah, but I feel like
too.
those are more like the hippies, the hipsters that like.
You don't think San Francisco is like Northern Cali? I mean, you don't think it's like that too there?
Portland's pretty weird though.
Portland is
pride
weird.
themselves on being weird.
They are fucking weirdos.
I could never move to Portland.
Yeah, I could visit, but
I could. It would be cool to same with Austin.
Yeah,
it'd be cool to visit, but I couldn't. There's too many fucking weirdos there.
Yeah, Austin is. Like I said, everyone in Texas just says Austin's in California. Basically.
Anything that brags about attracting the most vegans is a major fucking red flag.
Oh god, dude! You imagine a city full of fucking vegans, dude.
Have you
so insufferable?
Have you seen that video? There's this YouTube channel called Nelk, Nelk, and they go around and they just do stupid pranks. I think I showed it to you. It's like where they dress up as like the store employees and stuff.
Yeah.
There's one. They go to a vegan restaurant. They did this like 2 or 3 times, and it's in fucking like Portland or California or somewhere super liberal like that. They go to this vegan restaurant. And they sit down. They go, I'm like, all right, we're going to go talk it over and see what we're going to order. They look at the menu. They go sit down, and they order an Uber Eats with a rack of ribs for each of them. And they have it sent to the restaurant. People are like, we're calling the cops. I'm like, the cops are going to come and fucking ticket you.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they get you for trespassing.
I guess I've never really I've never had a problem with people wanting to go vegan if it's for health purposes, but like they're so insufferable when they're like, I don't want to eat anything with a face.
I don't mind if they're vegan. It's when they start shaming you.
Yeah. You want to eat something with a face, poor cows. I mean, it's like, you ever raised a cow before? They fucking suck, man. I have no qualms with eating a cow.
Well, I dated someone who went vegan, and she went vegan halfway through the relationship. And when she first started, I saw signs that she was getting militant. Like we were going somewhere and I got a Slim Jim, and she's like, do you know where that comes from? I'm like, don't start this shit, because a week ago you didn't give a fuck. So I'm like, look, you do your vegan thing, but you're not shaming me for my choices in food. Yeah. Do I need to be shamed, especially the way I've eaten the last week, just fast food like every other day?
Yeah.
Yes,
definitely.
I need to be shamed for that. But
there's nothing wrong with going and getting a steak.
No,
we raised cattle for not very long, and we raised mostly chickens. Like when I was younger, and my mom lives off on a farm. Dude, I fucking hate chickens, and I will have no problem with eating literally a whole chicken. I will eat a whole chicken.
I've seen you do it.
Yeah, I fucking hate chickens so much. Dude, they suck ass.
And we are supposed to do that. Make sure you go to our merch store at teespring.com. Get our slow drivers don't deserve human rights sticker.
I needed that today driving through. I guess there's a thunderstorm out and everyone's just like, I gotta go slow or the fucking tornado's gonna come get me.
That doesn't make any sense. Would you want to drive faster though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but no, apparently not.
No, so. Gotta slow it down. I love when there's gonna be not even a snowstorm, but a rainstorm, and people feel like they need to go to the grocery store.
Yeah,
why is it your natural reaction to go to the grocery store every time there's a storm?
And buy bullets.
Yeah, that's actually, I did do that. There was a snowstorm coming, and I didn't need to buy anything, but I had people coming over, so I needed whiskey, and I was going to go to the range the next day, so I needed ammo. So I had whiskey and ammunition in my trunk.
It's the most stereotypical American
especially
thing,
a Midwestern thing.
Yeah.
And I remember I'm in my cart, and I've got ammunition and whiskey and maybe some beer. I don't remember.
The only thing more American would be having a bag of Oreos or a box of bag of Oreos and Doritos.
Some blue jeans in there. So I remember I pulled up in the lanes or whatever, which of course are just way backed up because everyone's freaking out. And I'm like, this lady is looking at my cart, and I'm like, you getting ready for the storm too? Just gave me this crazy look.
I've done that when we were getting alcohol for our wedding reception.
Yeah.
Me and my wife and all the family and everything that we were with, we had to have had 20 bottles of liquor in there, and that lady just looked at us, was like, damn, what are y'all doing? I was like, she was like, y'all better invite me to whatever y'all doing, because there was a fuck ton of booze, literally a whole cart of booze.
No, it's a Mexican thing, man. We had I remember when I was 15, and I'm sure the statute of limitations is up on the, no, I'm just kidding. When I was 15, we had this kid we always fucked with, and we wanted to fork his yard, but we wanted to go way beyond forking his yard.
What's forking a yard?
It's literally where you stick a bunch of forks in someone's front yard, plastic forks.
That's so juvenile.
It's so juvenile. Yeah. We were 15.
Yeah, that's
so we were going to fork his yard, And I'm like, and I'm gonna incriminate Jordan here. I'm like, Jordan, we don't just need to fucking fork his yard. He's like, what else do you want to do? I'm like, follow me. So we go to the fucking frozen or refrigerated food section. We get the cheapest pizza sauce or pasta sauce or whatever that they had. Then we go to the women's health section and we get a bunch of tampons. And you guys can see where this is going.
Oh my God.
You should have seen the look on the cashier's face. Like, she did not want to sell it to us because these are these two 15-year-old boys that are buying plastic forks, pizza sauce, and tampons. And she's like, I know y'all ain't up to no good with this. I'm like, absolutely
the only thing I ever did when I was a kid, like with regards to that, like going in and doing something stupid to somebody's house, was like, I remember when I was like a freshman in high school, like there was this guy that my other friends didn't like, and that kid happened to be like a vegetarian, so they went and fucking bought a bunch of raw meat and threw it at his house.
God.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's expensive, man. Meat is fucking not cheap.
Yeah,
that's an expensive prank.
It's like we spent like a whole like $12 on our prank. The one thing I never liked was egging, because egging is like, that's like permanent damage, especially if they don't catch it right away.
Is it just like the enzymes in paint like fuck up paint or something?
The eggs, it'll like bake if you do it like at the right time. When the sun comes up, it'll bake the egg onto the person's house, and especially if their house is like wood.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it'll bake the egg onto the house, and it will stink. And
dude, like the sulfur smell. Oh God, those eggs fucking reek, dude.
I hate eggs. I've never liked eggs.
Really? Is it because of the smell of them?
The smell has just disgusted me, and I've never liked them.
I don't blame you. It doesn't necessarily bug me, but I could definitely see how people would be like, "Damn, dude, it smells like a volcano in here." Sulfur.
It smells like some ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's interesting, actually. The ayahuasca. I wanted to bring this up. I was reading this study about like when people have like the near-death experiences where they die and they like,
I actually don't know what is ayahuasca. What is
it's like
this?
A hallucinogen. It's not as extreme as DMT.
Okay. Wait, like has it been like prevalent in the news lately or something?
No, it's like it's been more popular because Alex Jones was talking about it on Joe Rogan.
Oh, so people are
back
like months ago.
Ayahuasca. And it's not just ayahuasca, it's anything that can make you hallucinate. I was reading this story or this study that when people have these near-death experiences or when they die and come back, like they may have actually died, like their body may have shut down, when they're like, oh, I was with my family and blah, blah, and they say all that, that's actually your brain releasing the same endorphins that you would from like a hallucinogen.
Well, yeah, it basically releases DMT in your bloodstream. Yeah.
So and it's like an extreme amount.
Yeah.
Because that's like its reaction to it.
So
it's like you're not like, that's why everyone like is all these people. Oh, I went and saw heaven. Then why the fuck is heaven different for everybody? Because it's not the same.
There's a movie that was on Netflix like way back in the day, and you could probably still watch it now. It's called Into the Void, which
about DMT.
Well, no, it explores that like somebody dying and then like having that like
because you see that white light.
Well,
that's a fact. You will see the white light, but that's not heaven. That's like your brain.
Well, they say like the whole life flashing before your eyes is literally like that.
It's a DMT trip.
Yeah, it's basically a trip. Yeah, where your brain is like just like, man, it's been one hell of a ride, man. We'll just do this last thing to make it easy. Like,
that's I don't know.
You think animals have that happen?
I don't know. I don't know how much their brains process.
Well, animal like dogs dream. Like
dogs dream.
Yeah.
I bet cats see an actually full food bowl.
Yeah. They see a whole fucking counter of shit to knock over, and there's somebody there watching them do it and gonna get mad at them, but they can't come and put them off, so they can just knock infinite stuff off the fucking counter. Speaking
of like animals and brain stuff, when your dog, it was another study, when your dog sees you like its owner. We were talking about the honeymoon stage and two people are in love.
Yeah.
Whenever a dog sees its owner, it releases the exact same chemicals every single time it sees you. Like when you leave the room and come back, that like those people on their honeymoon phase have when they're like at the peak of just being head over heels for each other. Like that's why they're called man's best friend.
It's crazy. Like dogs have been domesticated for fucking like as long as humans have existed. We have literally like evolved together. Like it's pretty insane to like think that as like us as the human race, we have like a species of animal that is like literally like developed with us and for us.
You.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and
crazy.
I wouldn't even think twice about it. Well, that's because like what people don't realize about dogs is it's like they're only in your life for a portion of it, but you are literally their whole life. Like,
and the people have been like domesticating dogs for that long. Like people have only been domesticating cats, I think, for like 300 years.
You can tell too, because cats still have that savage.
It only takes like 3 days for a cat to go feral. Like they can go right back to being
and it's like dog could live on the streets for years, and you could take it in and it'd be your best friend. You know,
dogs definitely do have a lot harder of a time like living out in the wild or something like that. So
they do, but I mean, cats are vicious. Like dogs, if I wouldn't got in a fight with a dog, I'd win. But
it depends the kind of dog.
It depends on how big the dog is.
Yeah, if it's like a big ass pit bull, you might do some damage to it. It's gonna you might kill it, but it's gonna definitely fuck you up.
How about this? How about if you went in and tried to punch your dog that you own versus the cat that you own? The cat's gonna fuck you up a lot more. The dog's gonna be like, "Why are you doing this to me?"
Yeah, we're not advocating that happens.
No,
but cats.
That's what's gonna happen.
Well, cats just as like felines as like an animal race too. Like, I mean, they're so low. They like even out in the wild because when I was like over in Africa, we had a fuck ton of feral cats around there.
Right.
They don't like even the only time they really are together is if it's mating. Like they're by they do not want other cats. Yeah, and dogs that pack
they have
animals.
to be in a pack or they go crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I love dogs, though, is because they actually like you.
I mean, my cat actually likes me, but
it's not.
Mean cat.
Mean cat. That's how she got her name. Is Mean Cat.
Yeah,
she's a little bitch.
I think it's just probably just because like there's certain like cat like purebred cats, quote unquote, that like have been bred to like have the like that aggressiveness out of them, and like dogs have had like 100 years to fucking do it. Like
I mean dogs have had a long time.
Yeah,
they bred dogs in Russia to like hunt bears, like protect the flock from bears.
Have you ever seen Newfoundlands before?
It's a big
it's a kind of dog out of like a Norwegian dog that was like bred big, I think, to like swim in like the Arctic waters, and like
those are massive.
I think they like hunt seals.
Yeah,
they're like black Saint Bernards. They're
made them baby seal boots.
Yeah, they're fucking humongous, dude.
Yeah, I love labs, though. They have so much energy.
They do. Hey, your lab does for sure.
Well, one of them does. The other one hates my guts.
Labs have like that thing in their brain where like they can't like turn off that they're not hungry. So that's why I see so many fat labs all the time.
That is. And it's not just that they're not hungry. They can't turn off that they're tired and they need to stop.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we'll go and Megan, my lab, my 9-year-old one. Yeah, I know she has a human name. She's losing weight, but she's still very overweight. And I'll take her on a walk. And we'll have walked like 1.5 miles, and it's like, you are about to kill over. You need to go home.
Yeah.
It's like that meme. Like, no, I want to keep going. I'm like, no.
It's like that meme of that kid bringing like the yellow lab, and he's like, come on, Buster, you need to go. And the kid's like, I need a fucking pizza.
Yeah, no, that would be Megan. She's like, somebody bring me a Diet Coke. That's her.
That's funny.
God, I don't know.
Those dogs have that thing like that where like they can't turn that stuff off in their brain. So like that's where you'll get the kind of dogs where you have to like feed them meals, where you can't just lead them a big full bowl of food.
My labs, you can't do that.
I've seen a lot of cats like that too. That's why a lot of people have to meal their cats, is because you put a big thing of food out and they're like, oh, I gotta eat this whole thing of food. Cats? Yeah, cats will do that. Yeah, and then they'll throw up.
Every cat I've ever known is just you just leave it out and it'll just.
The guy I used to live with had cats that were, one of them was like that. The other one not so much, but one of them was, you put a big ass thing of food on the floor, and that cat would just eat all of it and go throw up, and then eat it till it was gone, because it thinks like, oh, like I'm not gonna get food ever again, I guess. So, and my dad actually has a cat that was like that, and he got fat basically over the course of 2 weeks because his father-in-law. My dad and his wife went on vacation for a couple weeks, and the father-in-law came and was feeding the cats, but would come and feed like a humongous bowl, like a foot wide in diameter of food, and he'd come over there every couple days just to check up on him, and that whole food bowl would be gone.
Oh God!
And like he said, like the third time he went over there, he just like saw the food bowl empty and the cat just laying there on its back, like a watermelon, like. like
that was me after I ate that Chinese food last night, man. That was
people kind of do the same shit sometimes, man. Like
talking about my shameful eating habits. I had fucking Lena's, just greasy ass Mexican food.
Hell yeah,
on
it's the
Friday.
best, man.
Oh, it is. And then Saturday I had Dragon Cafe Chinese food.
Mm.
Of course, I got the large, and I was just like, ugh. And then I went to a concert afterwards. I'm like, good, I'll be able to burn some of these calories off or whatever. I did. I mean, it's a concert. It's hot. You're jumping up and down and shit. And then it was right across the street from Infusion Brewery. So I had to go have a vanilla bean beer after the fact. And that's where our newest addition is, that drumstick over there.
Yeah.
Newest addition back there. I got the drumstick for actually the person I was with. I have never seen an individual jump to the ground so quickly as when that drumstick hit. And it's like, well,
you can tell that drumsticks, but like it looks like been chewed up by a dog.
Yeah, it has been. It was like they were beating it to shit too. It was, but no, it was a good show. It was different. They're good entertainers. Arson City, look them up. They're actually from Omaha.
You got to go to concerts every once in a while. It's good for you.
You do. They say it like extends your life if you go to like one a month.
I don't doubt it.
No.
Yeah, you need to have those like. Speaking of that guy, man,
they're out of fucking jail.
Thank
God. They're on bail. They're on bail.
Have we talked about the specific story of that here?
Can I tell it? Because I love this story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if we've actually if everybody knows about this. So yeah, tell it.
This was kind of like an internet meme, and it was from
in gun communities. I think online.
Well, people were really. It was gun communities, and then like your standard boomer on Facebook. I can't believe this happened.
Yeah.
So it was around. I want to say last summer.
I think it was like last July, last August.
Yeah. So there's this guy who had been dumping his trash in this community dumpster that wasn't supposed to be there, and he had more particularly he'd been dumping a mattress there,
and he was like your typical like meth head
scumbag.
Guy. Yeah.
Like this dude's rap sheet goes back before I was born, and not just for meth, like beating his wife, beating his kids, just an all around piece of shit. And he's huge too.
Usually with the people like that, like it's never usually like just one thing they're fucked up.
No,
they're like fucked up everywhere, man. Like they're fucking killing their neighbors' dogs.
Right.
They're stealing.
Little did this guy know though, his entire life of beating up women, assaulting people in bars, using hard drugs, what was going to kill him was a mattress.
Where was this at again?
Abilene, Texas.
Oh, yeah. Of course it was in Texas.
The last thing this guy would have suspected was that a fucking mattress was going to be the end of him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's out there. He kept throwing this mattress. So the old man, there are these two guys that lived up the street. It was an old man and his like, mid 30-some-year-old
you should
son.
pull up a picture of these two too, because they're pretty great representations of America. Man.
Yeah, the picture of them in the alley.
Yeah.
So
I know we got some people outside the United States, so
yeah,
we laugh at these kind of people too a little bit.
So they're in the alley, and he throws his mattress in the dumpster. The old man goes out and throws it back on his lawn.
Yeah.
So he comes back out. Old man and son come out with guns to confront him. And his wife, instead of
shotguns,
his wife, instead of doing a rational thing, what I would do if someone confronted someone I knew with shotguns and call the police, she fucking videotapes it. So there are words exchanged. There are lots and lots of profanities.
Honestly, the two. Like
they kept their cool.
They did keep their cool.
Yeah, there they are.
Yeah. Like if you just Google search like dumpster defender, you can see them in the video because they're like out there without their shirts on. They're like these big ass Texas boys.
So bad because like I shouldn't laugh at somebody getting killed, but I'm not laughing at the guy getting killed. I'm laughing at how ridiculous this whole situation is. So these guys are out there. There's the Chad.
Oh yeah. Look at that one on the bottom right there is a pretty good one, I think.
Oh, with the shotgun?
Yeah, that was
them
in
on
the
that
video.
Shotgun quick.
Yeah. He like literally the guy like tries to hit him with a baseball
bat.
He
throws a baseball bat at a guy with a gun.
And these two like not even missing a fucking
no,
beat.
just
boom,
boom. Yes.
Like these guys have probably killed people before.
Probably. The old man definitely has because he's got this dude's like 6'6" or taller, screaming at him with a baseball bat, I'm gonna kill you. And the old man just keeps going, I doubt it.
And he's like, I'm gonna come over there and whoop your ass. And he's just like, no,
Take
you're not.
Swing.
You ain't gonna do it. I'm
your
telling
swing.
you right now, you're not gonna do it.
He warned, and to be fair, he warned him like 6 times. He goes, you come within 3 feet of me, I'm gonna kill you. And he kept saying it, and he goes, I'm gonna kill you. I doubt it.
Yeah.
So he threw his baseball bat at two guys armed with guns.
And they fucked this guy
They
up.
fucking brained this guy.
Yeah, he's dead.
He is gone. There is nothing left of this dude's face. And you can hear, it does kind of send chills down your spine when his wife or girlfriend or whatever starts screaming, Aaron! Like, that is kind of like, it's like, oh, that's like a person that's like genuinely just saw a loved one get fucking killed in front of them. But yeah, I mean, they fucked this dude up. They're out on bail now.
Yeah, they're out because there was a big thing following their trial of like whether or not they were going to get indicted because it's like them versus like, oh, we're defending our property versus somebody trying to assault them and stuff. But it's like they went out and like the whole thing was all fucked up.
Texas is different because they have a stand your ground law. So if I did that here in Nebraska where we don't have a stand your ground law, I probably wouldn't get bail like they did because they would say you went out and confronted a guy over a dumpster. You were armed. You should have just called the cops if you cared and left it alone. Texas, they don't give a fuck. They say you confronted this guy. You didn't act aggressively toward him at first. He threw the bat at you. You shot him. All right, well, you have a case for stand your ground.
Yeah.
That's why it's different. And it'll be interesting, I think, just to see how it plays out as far as stand your. I mean, these guys probably had way more reason to shoot this dude than the Trayvon Martin thing.
Yeah, the Trayvon Martin thing was honestly the guy that like shot him was like just being a fucking
George Zimmerman's fucking crazy.
Yeah, nobody. I don't think there's many people out there that actually like support George Zimmerman. Everybody thinks he's a fucking piece of shit.
He is. He's like constantly in trouble, legal trouble before and after this. I mean, Trayvon Martin.
He wasn't even a cop though, too.
Trayvon Martin wasn't a stand-up citizen. But he was walking through a fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just some dude going to go get like stuff at a gas station.
Yeah.
So I think America, like in general, like the laws, like in 9 out of 10 cases, people are not going to support vigilantism with guns. Like,
but it was stand your ground because Zimmerman followed him. They told him don't follow him. But at the end of the day, Trayvon initiated the physical contact and he hit him with his can and he got shot. So that was why it was stand your ground. Way more of a case for this guy. I mean, first off, this guy's a scumbag. People are all upset about it. I mean, it's way easier. I mean, it's like, really?
I think you're leaving some things out of the Trayvon Martin thing.
What?
Like George Zimmerman was having his head bounced off the curb of the street.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Trayvon initiated the force.
Like you could easily make an argument like for Trayvon that he was just defending himself from this fucking dude that was stalking him.
That was following him. Yeah.
Stalking him. Also valid. I just wanted to make sure that everyone because this happened a while ago and not everyone who's going to be listening maybe knows that story very well anymore.
Right. So these guys, I mean, you've got a guy that's like is a menace to the whole neighborhood. He's out there armed with a deadly weapon, whether you want to admit it or not. You can kill someone with a baseball bat pretty easily. And then he attacked him with this deadly weapon and they fucking unloaded on him. So I pick the hill you're going to die on. If you want to, you know what? Because people are super upset that they're out on bail. Like, if you want to die on the hill defending a serial domestic abuser,
or a dumpster.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about figuratively.
Yeah,
the people that are so outraged about this, and like, you really want to die on the hill defending a serial domestic abuser and a meth head, then go the fuck ahead. You know, the world ain't a worse place without that guy in it. That's all.
Probably. I mean, like the guy was like on private property trying to dump stuff. It's like it's a whole stupid thing. Like
it was just so. That's why I laugh at it.
It's completely. That's why it became such a meme. Like it was just ridiculous. Like these guys got into a fucking gunfight over some guy putting garbage into it.
Well, it wasn't a gunfight. Yeah. It was a fucking massacre.
Yeah.
I mean, you throw your bat at somebody with two guys with a gun. You have two guys with guns. You have a bat. Fucking walk away.
Can you imagine if that meth head guy would have had a gun though, man? Like, and it would have just turned into like
that would have got bloody. The wife probably would have got shot.
Yeah,
collateral damage
over a fucking dumpster.
Over a dumpster.
So fucking stupid, dude.
Well, that guy probably can't buy a gun. Would be my guess.
Well, he could still get one illegally. Yeah, I mean, that ain't gonna stop anybody here.
No, but yeah, God, could you imagine? They were good shots, though. They dropped him like a bad fucking habit, man.
I'd say the way that those guys acted under that, you could tell those guys had probably
they'd been in that situation before. Yeah, maybe not killed somebody, but they'd been in that situation. And that the son is too fat to have been in the military, so it's not like you could write it off as that.
Yeah,
I can't. Who paid their bail though? Who do they know that had like 10 G's? I think it was like 40.
Maybe there's an internet Patreon thing or something.
I would totally donate to that.
There's a lot of fucking rich gun guys out there that'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll go donate for this.
Rebuilding the St. Gerald's Cathedral.
Yeah.
Let's get this guy out. Let's get the dumpster defenders out.
All right. I think that is time, though, here. It's been kind of a while. So
all right. So go like us on Facebook. We should have Subscribestar up by the time this is done, so you can go on and by the time this is up, so you can go on and donate money to us. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna beg anybody for money, but if you see value in what we do and you want to see us continue to get better, go on there and fucking give us
directly
money.
Goes to help us buy like stuff for the
lights,
equipment, everything,
microphones, cameras,
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So.
Go subscribe to the YouTube channel too, because we're up on there. YouTube is a good platform.
YouTube's kind of booming right now.
It's I mean, we can talk about another day with YouTube and censorship and everything, but for the most part, out of most of the other platforms, it's pretty decent. So
it is. Facebook, Big Bill Media, Instagram, and Twitter is Bread and Circuses. You can follow us on there. We missing anything? Oh, go buy our merch. You've already said that once before. Slow drivers don't deserve human rights. Why would you not? If you're gonna put any bumper sticker on your car, which I think is fucking lame, just put that one on.
Yeah. All right, deuces, folks.
All right, peace out, guys.